So I thought I'd try something new today, just a fun new perspective. It was brought up to me, the idea of ranking individual event weapon sets and heroes, and I thought that'd be kind of a fun idea. Like, obviously I've ranked all of these weapons in all of the different ranged weapon tier lists. I can link that video below if I put them all in a compilation or something, and then obviously the heroes have all each separately been ranked in their own videos as well. Link to that compilation down below, ranking every hero in the game. But I thought it'd be fun to just sort of look at this and say, okay, say you are opening retro sci-fi llamas, you've got every one of these items available, which ones would you be like most excited to get? So obviously I can get the boring stuff out of the way. S tier deatomizer. Of course, that's like the one thing everybody wants out of that llama, right? And you know what? I might give you guys this one. Is the pulsar seriously not in here? I'm gonna go yell at Archer. Archer, you missed the pulsar in the retro sci-fi set.
I did?
How do you miss the pulsar?
Beat him up.
How far in the recording are you?
Enough to maybe keep it going, but I'm happy to restart.
I can update it right now.
You can do it right now? I'm keeping this in the video. I cannot. How do you forget the pulsar? I was getting it out of the way before I started the tier list.
Edit,
He's gonna make this
An
part.
underrated shotgun. Underrated shotgun.
Oh, Archer, I appreciate him setting these up. I really do, but it happens. Here, actually, when should I refresh? Am I good to go yet?
Now.
Right now? Pulsar is good. Thank you, Archer. I cannot believe he forgot it. I'm going to put this in S tier, because even though I did not rank this to be an S tier shotgun, I think in the scope of the sci-fi set, it is definitely one of the weapons you want. I just used it today. It's a great weapon. A lot of people think I don't recognize that, but it is. Oh no, I realigned these because I thought that my order was better than the way that he just drag and dropped them, but now it's all messed up. All right. Now, let's get into the more interesting stuff. We got the obvious ones out of the way. I want to look at Rio. She is, honestly, in my opinion, S tier from the set. Obviously, there are going to be a lot of S tiers because the retro sci-fi is insanely strong. Some other event weapons are going to be trickier, and we have a lot of those planned, and I'm very excited to share them with you. But first and foremost, we're doing the sci-fi because I figured that'd be a fun one to start on. And she got buffed to give you 20% extra energy damage when you're at least at 50% shield. So long as you don't take a ton of damage, you're doing 20% more, which is from your base damage, which is not ever nearly literally 20%, but it's one of the best support perks in the game because they all work that way. So you're never actually getting 17% from Ramirez. So, spoiler alert, but yeah, she's a fantastic pick from this set. And then there are like some fun ones. So let's get these melees out of the way. Husk Warper and the Astrobat and the Atomic Light Expander are all pretty good, fun to use weapons. I think B tier is fair enough, not in any particular order. All of these are good weapons. Seriously, they're all viable in their own ways. The Light Expander impressed me a lot, and we actually just used the Astrobat with Aiden Harris. If that video exists, I can try to remember to link it down below, but I might forget, so I'm sorry, but we did run that with him, and it was actually pretty fun. If I edited these tier lists and they were less casual than they are, I would show a clip of it, but it was pretty kick-ass. 4 of us spamming the heavy attack was very fun, so big plug to that video instead. But yeah, all of these can be super fun, but I think B tier is fair. Plasmatron, easy A tier. It's no S tier weapon that like cleaves through everything, but it can shoot forever without overheating if you're careful, and you can stack up crack shot bonuses. That build was extremely fun. Link to that video down below if I can remember. I'm gonna need to make a list. Here, let me just Aiden here. And then Plasmatron. All right. I just don't want to forget stuff because I don't always go back through these. But yeah, Blastatron is another... Defenders are insanely good with the Blastatron, but I don't know if that alone makes it an S tier. I'm gonna put it in A tier. I think it's a phenomenal weapon, but it's not like a must-have. I think that's more fair. And the this is Gamatron, right? Yeah, Gamatron 9000 has also kind of S tier. Archer's bias, all right? He loves this thing because defenders don't have a cooldown on the ability, and they crit all the time, exploding projectiles going everywhere. I have not sworn to the Blastatron 9000, master race quite yet. Archer's trying to convince me. I'm going to put it in A tier with a recognition of its power, all right? Maybe if I, for some reason, re-record this video in the future, I can put that in S tier. But as of now, it doesn't lag the game. No, all right, that's not fair. A current bug does not put it in S tier. I think A tier is fine. Blastatron Mini. I put this extremely highly ranked for the SMGs, but... I'm sorry, Warrior. I did do that, but it was... okay. For me, S tier weapons, I don't know. I put the Pulsar 9000 in A tier for the same reason both. I think S tier is fine. This is one of the strongest weapons in the Sci-Fi set, obviously. That's where I'm putting it in the S tier. But the damage output from the Lystron 9000 or Mini is, I think, one of the highest of the SMGs. I think in my tier list, I put it in rank 3. I don't really know. SMG tier list. Yeah, I'm making a list now. But it was highly ranked for a good reason. So yeah, Gamatron though, I wanted to say, used to be like an A tier weapon in my mind, but I did the math recently, and after using it in game, I'm thinking it's more of a C tier weapon. It's a lot of energy cells to spend on not that many kills, and yeah, I think that's where it belongs. Let's piss off a bunch of people. So Cyberclops, many would regard him as S tier. I fully disagree. I think his Teddy is a necessity for like energy level missions, and high level energy level missions are really not going to be dealt with. I'm talking about the end game. Okay, I'm talking about 164 players or even late ventures. He is not S tier in those areas. He's really barely B tier, and his support perk is not nearly as useful as people seem to think it is. It has a 50, what is it? And I want to do this off of memory. Let's just so I don't get any numbers wrong. I think it's a 58% to do, no, that's how much damage he does. 20% to do 58%. Final answer. Let's see it. Boom. 20% to do 58. That is an 11.6% overall damage bonus on average. Yes, I understand you're hitting multiple targets, but it's not that insane. Like you can do better. So I've never really seen it. He's like C tier. I have seen that he can make it so that like your sealing electric fields can chain to extra targets. That's pretty good. For a trap-based bonus, that's really solid. So he has a lot of conversation points, but I think he's largely overrated. I've never been impressed, and I have done lots of testing with this hero. A lot of people don't seem to realize that I'm very familiar with this character. You don't see me use him often because I'm familiar. So I'm going to put him in B tier. With recognition, with sealing electric fields and energy-based traps, he can be kind of good, but yeah, I think B tier is fair. Ken is actually, he's a really good support perk. He gives you shield generation on kills, which is pretty good, but it's not insane. Like, typically you're using him to, like, keep Rio active, and I don't know. He's C tier as, like, an overarching general approach. Sometimes he's A tier for right when you need a shield generation hero. If you're worrying about keeping your shields up, you're typically losing out on health or damage, and those are like two major pillars in a hero loadout. I've never seen shields as an extremely high priority. So if you have a build that requires shields, he's great, but I've never seen a ton of those be super viable. So I think C tier is fair. Azealia Clark, energy kills equals shield, which means traps too. He's so good. I don't know. Eddie, I was told to take a second look at because apparently I got him wrong. So let's go hunt him. He's a constructor. Am I crazy wrong? He might not be. Is he really a soldier? Where is Eddie hiding? Am I blind? Is he out on an expedition? Oh no. Did we forget Jonesy? Jonesy's not sci-fi, is he? Oh god. Oh no. If we forgot another hero, then I'm gonna be disappointed. I'm putting Archer to the test here. Okay, Eddie. Well, I guess he's in my collection book. What do we got here? Critical hits with melee energy damage add to your shield. Yeah, again, somebody in my comments led me to believe that was, yeah, he's just shield generation. Same deal. That keeping your shields up is good, but same story as Ken. And Azealia Clark is I'll put her in high B tier. I want to round out the list and put her in A tier so bad, but her ability, okay. Her commander perk makes it so that your shock tower explodes instead of zapping, and then her support perk is 15.5% ability energy damage, which can be very good for like your energy minigun or Cyberclops, I guess. But, or yeah, lefty and righty is good too. But 15.5% is one of the lower end abilities in the entire game. Coconuts is more damage. Reloading gives you 15%, but that doesn't necessarily buff energy damage or ability energy damage. So it's specifically ability energy damage, and it's 15.5%, which is on the lower end. But it's still pretty good. So I'm thinking high B tier. I think low A tier just to round out the list is fair. But yeah, Her team perk is so bad, it's almost not even worth mentioning. And I think that's a good list. So comment down below, as I know you will. I'm going to try to link every video I mentioned, but I'm probably going to forget it. I could link so many related to these weapons. It's crazy, but I'm not going to spam it too much. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. And yeah, take it easy.